Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I haven't made a video in a few days and I was thinking I'd come on live today, but I've got a lot of in and out of people coming in and out, and so I thought, you know what, I better do the one where I'm going to edit it in case I have to stop the camera. And sure enough, just as I started the camera, people are kind of buzzing around again when I thought it was quiet. So what I'm actually doing today though is I'm doing one of my favorite Christmas activities, and that is making sugar cookie cutouts. And so this isn't anything really on the lines of crafting as far as fabric and paper crafts, but I did want to get some of my sugar cookies cut out. And so I thought I would just turn on the camera because I always like to find a reason to visit with my YouTube friends. And I have been missing visiting with you all, especially doing the live videos. And so I mixed up a batch of sugar cookie dough. I like to roll it in between two pieces of parchment paper, and I made a bunch of sugar cookie cutouts the other day with my sister, because she and her husband have a small group that meets at their house, and once a year as a holiday activity they do cookie decorating, and the families just get together and decorate Christmas cookies. And so I hope to make a bunch of cutouts. I was trying to say sugar cookie and cutout at the same time. And even though she said they had plenty left over, we're both kind of feeling lazy and not wanting to get out, so I don't want to go pick any of them up, and she didn't feel like bringing them over. So I actually really like making sugar cookie dough, and this probably won't be the last batch because my son asked if we were going to decorate cookies, which I'm shocked because he normally doesn't ask about activities like that. So since he asked, Mother is more than happy to oblige because it'll give us a chance to hang out and do something together. I might even nab my oldest son to do it with us. Sometimes my husband even joins in. He's a perfectionist, so he wants to make his cookies look like they were done by a professional, or he doesn't want to try. So I'm not sure he'll join us or not, but he does like to watch. Anyway, today I'm rolling out dough to make all different kinds of trees, because if you know me, you know I absolutely love trees. I don't really believe in reincarnation, but I always say if I have to come back as something, I think I'd like to be a tree. That's just me being silly, but trees are just such an amazing creation by God, and I wish trees could tell us stories. Some would be very tragic, some would be so beautiful, and then trees just represent so many things: strength and dignity and beauty and you name it. Shelter. Excuse me. When I was a kid, I lived in this one tree. I absolutely loved climbing it. It was just perfect for climbing and just perfect for hiding out and getting away when you just felt like doing your own thing and daydreaming and being way up in the leaves. I don't know why I'm reminiscing, but I think I was saying all of that just to say I'm going to cut out several different shapes of Christmas trees. Some of you know I'm a potter and I work with clay all the time. It's actually my job. I teach pottery, and so anytime there's a chance to do anything with a dough, like pie dough or cookie dough, I love it. And I'm not really thinking about the thickness right now. I have a very bad habit of thinking I don't need a recipe, so I've been making this sugar cookie recipe so much that I didn't use a recipe, but I think I may have added a little too much flour. I hope not. I'm gonna hope this rolls out without crumbling too much, because the edges are kind of crumbling, but I think it'll work out. I always use real butter, even though I did work for a cookie company once where they used part margarine because they said it helped the cookie not fall apart. Anyway, I'm going to show you my different tree cutters. So you can see it's pretty smooth. It's not too bad. If I can get it better in frame for you. And I do have a thing for cookie cutters, so I have quite a few of a selection. And then I just found this jar of cutters at where did I find this? Ross. Ross is one of my other favorite places to find kitchen things. So there's another tree, but I have one very similar to that one, so I probably won't use that one. My sister accidentally took the one home that I really wanted to use. It's kind of got staggered pine boughs, so some of them stretch out further. And do you guys remember this shape? This is an old vintage shape. And then this is an old vintage one too. I think I even way back in my videos have one of my sister and I going to the antique shop and finding all these old red plastic vintage cookie cutters. Those were the main ones we used as kids growing up. This one I like because it's a wreath. You can't probably tell, but you cut it and then you put the hole in the center and it makes a wreath. Most of my Christmas decorations in my living room are kind of Nordic, natural, and woodland. So I have a lot of pine trees in the decoration. And I just want to do some fun decorating with the Christmas trees. So like this one, oh, and forgive me, I was mixing up my icing, which is one of my least favorite things to do for this reason. The food coloring does not come off your hands if you get it on your hands. And silly me, I do not like wearing gloves. That'd be a really good reason to wear them though. I'm going to see about which one. I like the more exaggerated line on that one. This is one where you can press it and put the garland and dots on there, or you can cut it on this side and have a mini, it's hard for me to say mini, I always feel like I'm saying mini like a lot, plenty. This is a cute size one. I think I'll use this one, this one. This one I like too for the same reason, but they're very similar. Anyway, let's get cutting. It's ended up being quite a busy holiday season. It's feeling pre-COVID to me, and in some ways I really like that, but in other ways I don't want to get too caught up in the busyness of it all and forget the reason we do this is because of the birth of Jesus. And sometimes I need to sit down and have some quiet moments to reflect, just so I don't lose the meaning. These are cute, except I think I'm going to cut these without putting the impression, because I want to do the impression. See how it is? You can do it with or without the impression. I like it better without. So what I'll do is I'm going to decorate these, and I might do it on camera. I'm really bad at it. I don't know if I'll want to put myself out there like that, but I want to just have a really pretty tray of all pretty decorated trees. And I have really, oops, that one didn't come out very well. I have nice shimmery sprinkles. I'm going to try to piece this back together. It rarely works. It looks pieced together, and then after it cools, it tends to break again, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What I do is I usually kind of pull it apart like that and then drop it on. That works best. I'm going to see if I can get 4 of each of these. Turn it this way to get more room. So another thing I like to do is line my pans, because I don't have really nice quality baking sheets. So I line them with parchment paper. First a piece of foil and then a piece of parchment paper. And that keeps them from getting, well, it helps them bake more evenly and not get too brown. So I've got 4 of that one. I really like that one. This one's probably going to give me some trouble because, for one thing, it doesn't have a lot of depth. Let's see. It may prove me wrong. But I do remember as a kid that little opening right there usually shows up on the cookie, but I kind of like that. It's kind of nostalgic. Oh, okay, so it came off really well, so maybe if I just lift it. I should have been a little more optimistic. It didn't go too badly. Let's just pull that off. I should have brought a little skewer or something over. So if I'm trying not to press too deep, but I think they're gonna work out fine. Let's see if I can manage 4 of these. I'm going to take these over, some of these over to a friend who has grandchildren where calories aren't as much of an issue for their age. I think this is going to be some nice soft flaky cookies, because I can kind of tell already the dough is quite flaky. To me, the cookies can be as pretty can be, but if they don't taste good, who cares, right? I mean, I guess some people, that one stuck. I think I was pressing my luck as far as not flouring it. I'm going to tap it, see if I can get it to come out. That's the way my mom used to get them to come out, but I'm not having any luck. So we're going to, well, nope, I can't give up because I want to make, oh, there we go. Don't give up. So I lost the trunk on that one. Let's see if I can get it out. Nope. This is what I remember. Once they start getting gummed up, it's tricky to keep using it without cleaning it out really well, but let's just see if I can get one more. Fingers crossed. So, how's the weather been where you guys are? Seems like everyone's gotten cold a lot sooner than they normally do. And we have really cold temperatures in the forecast. Let's see, it's coming out okay here. I have a feeling I'm going to lose the top. I am. Bummer. Okay. I'm not giving up because I need one more of this shape. So I'm going to roll this a little bit thinner. So of course I'm not doing this as a tutorial. I just do this as a fun tradition every year, making sugar cookie cutouts. And I love watching people make them. One of my favorite YouTubers that makes sugar cookie cutouts is, I think you pronounced her name, Haniella. Oh, and then there's another girl. Oh my goodness. Actually, she's a cake decorator. Cake It, I think she's called. Anyway, I love watching people decorate cookies and cakes. It's just so fascinating to me how intricate they can be. And I'm talking too much because my plan was to use some flour before I do this, and I even brought some flour over here. At least I thought I did. Maybe I'm not good at doing talking and creating at the same time. At least not something that I'm on a bit of a learning curve. And I don't normally talk while I make sugar cookie cutouts. I just sit in and focus on the process. So now my process, I'm distracting myself. So if you bear with me a second, I'm going to run in the kitchen for anybody that might want to see. I'm not putting enough pressure on it because they weren't getting thin enough. Alright, so let's try it this time with a little bit of flour on the surface. Let's see if I can get one to come out. I'm just bound and determined to have 4 of these. Ooh. Okay, well, I lost the star, but I'm going to call that success for now. And slide these over. So I'm going to cut out one more pan because I want a couple more shapes. And after I ice these, I can cover up a multitude of flaws. I might be able to actually put, let's see, some more smaller ones right here and here. Let's see if I can do that. 1, 2. Trying to maximize space here. Yeah, I can. Look at how cute those are. So I can put them right in between here. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. My son's got 2 more days of school. I'm done teaching for the year. So it's easier to breathe when we know there's no need to get up early, even though I do love getting up early. I actually got up early this morning to wrap presents and listen to music and look at the Christmas lights. And to me, that was just a wonderful way of enjoying the holidays. And I want to just do little things like that to enjoy. Some years it's so hectic and it just feels like, and I hate to say it, but you feel like you're just ready for all of it to be over. But I'm trying to be a little more reflective this year, especially as people are grieving or thinking of loved ones that aren't going to be with them this year, and things like what's going on over in the Ukraine. I just want to keep things like that front and center so I can pray for people and never take for granted the joy that we get to experience right now. Okay, so these are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to make one more pan, and what shape did I not make? I love this shape. Let's do some of these. I'm going to have to get that other shape from my sister. I can't explain the shape, but it is a really pretty shape. My brother bought me a brass cookie cutter years ago from Williams-Sonoma. It was a gorgeous, huge cutter. I mean, the cookie could probably feed 4 people. But in all of our moves, it somehow is lost. And I'm really sad about that because at the time it was a very expensive cookie cutter. And then of course Williams-Sonoma their price points are high anyway, but they do sell beautiful things. So I'm going to be happy with these trees, and I'm going to try to just enjoy the process of decorating them. Kind of simple, but hopefully beautiful. So anyway, this isn't probably the most exciting thing to watch, but it's always delightful for me to feel like I'm visiting with you. So that's probably the main reason I decided to do this project on video. And seeing that we only have 1 week until Christmas, because today is Sunday and Christmas is next Sunday, I thought I'd like to try and do a video at least 3 or 4 more before Christmas, just to visit. And maybe some of you who don't have a lot of interaction or people to visit with during the holidays might like to tune in and have a video to watch. So another video I'm going to do soon is going to be thumbing through my Christmas journals, my lace journals with you. So I hope you'll come back and watch that one. This dough is very stiff, but I think it's coming together okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out the rest of this dough. I've cut all the shapes that I'm going to use, so I won't do them over again on camera, but I'll keep you posted on how they turn out. I've been enjoying a cup of, they call it probiotic tea, but it's mango flavored. I didn't think I would like it, but it's actually quite yummy. So I hope you're doing something to help you enjoy the holiday season, and if you aren't, maybe you can just make a bucket list of 2 or 3 things that you want to do before Christmas. Even if it's as simple as making a warm drink and watching a holiday movie, or going outside and picking some greenery and putting it in a pot or a vase and displaying it around the house somewhere. That's something I want to do. They call it greening, and you go out in the woods and get different kinds of pine and arrange it to decorate. Anyway, I feel like I could chat with you on and on and on, but I'm gonna go. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back again to talk and chat with you soon. Merry Christmas.